Right, so how are we all doing? I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to jump straight in with, back into the transfer news regarding Leeds United. But before that, the first thing I really wanted to touch on was some of the fools, the footballing fools that are commenting on Leeds. In particular, Paul Merson, who is evidently of the opinion that Leeds aren't going to do very well in the Premier League and potentially getting relegated and not pulling Sheffield United. This is what the deluded pundit has to say for himself. It's Leeds I worry about if they don't sign a striker. I don't see how they survive. I hope Leeds fans don't think they will do a Sheffield United because I don't see it. When you try and press like they do, top players will pop the ball around you. So what's he saying? He's saying Fulham have the advantage over us in terms of a promoted side. Whoa, what's this guy been smoking? There's a lot of this, deludedness floating around the football pundit scene at the moment. Lots of people not thinking that we have the firepower to stay up, and maybe they have a leg to stand on, considering the fact that we have Bamford up front leading the line. But the team that won the championship, let's not forget, is the hardest league in the world, have more than enough firepower to stay up. There are definitely three worse teams in the Premier League at the moment. Fulham and West Brom, to name a couple. Who else? Who else should I relegate? Brighton, why not? But moving away from some of the deludedness, Leeds are making they're increasing their interest in Ryan Kent, the winger playing for Rangers. Now, a bid was already made over the weekend for about 10 million. This was turned down, with the Rangers boss Steven Gerrard stating that Ryan Kent was an integral part of the Rangers setup and that they would like to keep him as part of that unit. But it doesn't look as if that's going to put off Leeds, who look to be coming back with an improved bid of 14 million. That's almost double the amount that Rangers paid Liverpool for Kent in the first place. What do you think of the Ryan Kent potential signing? Is it a budget Benrahma? The Scottish Premier League, it's really not the same in terms of quality as, let's say, the Premier League or even arguably the Championship. Kent himself, predominantly playing on the left wing, can be used as a centre forward as well. And so far in the Scottish Premier League, scoring 3 goals in 5 appearances. But then again, he's not going to be coming across the likes of Kilmarnock in the Premier League, is he? So yeah, throughout the whole of last season, averaging 8 goals and 4 assists in 30 games. I mean, that's not great, kind of off the bat, is it, really? What do we think about Ryan Kent? Is he someone with the potential to, under Bielsa, really step up and challenge the Premier League, or is he just a budget Benrahma that we're trying to kind of score on the cheap? I'm really not sure about this potential signing. I don't think he's better than anything we have already. Does he push Jack Harrison to the bench? No, not at all. I'd say he's the same as an Alioski in terms of quality. So a little bit baffling, but again, it looks like we are putting forward some concrete bids, and it is nice to know that Leeds are finally doing so. Kent also stating that if the chance arrived for him to move back to England with a suitable offer, he would take it. So looks like there's some real kind of driving force behind this one. What else seems to be happening so far? It looks like Leeds look to be interested in Sam Greenwood, an Arsenal under 18, well, he is 18, one of the Arsenal under 23 youngsters. And it looks to be a deal reportedly heading into the 7 figures, between 1.5 and 3 million, including bonuses and add-ons. So Leeds really bolstering the under 23 units, adding the likes of Joe Gelhardt, Charlie Allen, Cody Drama, and now potentially Sam Greenwood, coming through the Sunderland Academy, landing himself on Arsenal's radar. definitely an exciting prospect, but not someone that I would see breaking into the first team. So we're still lacking a little bit in that area. But I'm not against, if we're able to sign these youngsters and really kind of grow them, mould them into better players, that's definitely something I'm not opposed to, as I think that is the way forward for Leeds to maintain a sustainable Premier League run. Is there anything else happening on the Leeds United radar? It looks like we could be preparing for the return of Rodrigo Koch to Elland Road. The 23-year-old left in 2016, and Bournemouth, having been relegated, are looking to offload some of their key players to raise funds, having already offloaded Nathan Ake and Aaron Ramsdale. Now, Cook, obviously having already played for Leeds, he was a Leeds boy coming through the academy. Would you be happy to see him back at the club? He definitely had some potential. He was one of the players that was offloaded, I think, during the Cellino period, where it was all about making a quick profit, selling off some of our best talents. I was devastated to see him go. But could we see him return? If he does, we would have to pay around about a £15 million fee for him. It's definitely an interesting proposition. I mean, Bournemouth have. The Bournemouth boss stated that they're not going to stand in anyone's way if offers are being made and transfers look like they're happening, which is a far cry from Brighton and Ben White. Brighton explicitly stating that they will not sell the centre back to Leeds United, as they see us as a close Premier League rival. In their eyes, I'm sure that means a bitter fight for relegation, when the reality is we are going to be far above them in more of a mid-table scrap. But as the door looks to have closed on Ben White, would you like to see the return of a Lewis Cook to Leeds United? I think it's possible, and while it might not add a huge amount of quality, it would definitely add some squad depth, which is going to be hugely important moving forwards. What are your thoughts on Sam Greenwood? The Leeds United under-23 project seems to be growing rapidly and forming one of the most formidable sides in England currently. And the gathering steam that is the Ryan Kent transfers. Is the Rangers winger someone that you'd like to see at the club? Or is he just a cheaper alternative to a side Benrahma? Is this Leeds planning for a cheaper alternative? Are we not showing the ambition that we could potentially be showing at this point? But still, we're anticipating a big week in the Leeds window. I have lost count of how many times I have said that yet, but we are looking for the Bielsa signing. That should be coming this week, as well as one or two first-team additions. We're being told that Artur Cabral, the Basel striker, his agents, his representatives, have flown over to England to meet up with some negotiators at Elland Road to potentially sort out a deal. And the Rodrigo rumours also rumbling on the Valencia striker, apparently keen on a move to the Yorkshire club. And I have to say, that's probably one of the ones that I am most excited for, alongside Rodrigo Koch as a centre-back signing. But that is going to be all from me today. We're going to be trying to keep as much up to date as we can on the Leeds transfer news. As is normally the case, I'll anticipate a slow day and not record, and then they'll all come at once. So maybe I'll take this week off. But that's all from me. We march on together. Support the team, support the club. Make sure you get your home kits in. I'm told the website is back up for orders, so get yours in. Support the channel. Keep liking, commenting, subscribing. We are growing at a huge rate. Our family is on its way to 500 subscribers. Let's keep that going. And as always, stay safe.